Today we're starting a different adventure. I am taking some friends out. So my friend Eva is moving to Australia in just from the time I'm recording this 1 week. We're at the 1 week mark. And so as her final real trip here in country, the rest of her time here is logistics for getting ready to move. We came out with her sister to visit my friend Josie Mar, who lives at Laguna de Apoyo, right at the entrance to the park, which is really amazing as a location in a really interesting house. And so we are traveling out from Leon to Laguna de Apoyo, where we're going to bring you guys along on just a little getaway trip into this beautiful part of the country and show you. So a place we've shared previously. So we're going to be less showing Laguna de Apoyo and more sharing our trip with you as we come out here. So we're going to get to our trip to Laguna de Apoyo right after the bump. Before we jump into our travel news, I'll just spin this around and show you what the grounds look like where I'm standing. And the Laguna is directly in front of me. So behind, I just showed the road as we started off. In this part of the country, one of the things I like is in different parts of Nicaragua, the roads just look completely different. And when we're in the Laguna, it's like, you can tell by looking at the roads that you're in a different area. So we're just gonna show you this big yard that Josie Mar has. And we're gonna walk over to the gate over here because right through this gate is the entrance to the park. So I'm gonna actually put the camera through the gate. And during the day, little pulperias pop up for the people visiting. And that's the actual where you pay to go into the wildlife preserve. It's a protected biome because it is a volcanic crater lake. So really, really special, beautiful area. We're up high, it's 25 degrees up here. So even though it's bright sun, it is really nice and fresh. It's very comfortable being up here. So quick about our journey, because people are always interested in how we get places. So we started off in Leon on Saturday morning. We had a ride to take us out to, we had a taxi take us out to the terminal. We do have some shorts where I showed some of this, so be sure to watch the shorts as well. And went to the terminal in Leon. Had to wait because it was Semana Santa, or still is. So Semana Santa is just the busy season here, and we had to wait probably about 45 minutes to an hour just to get one of the shuttles, because they're only running every half hour instead of every 5 minutes or whatever, to come out to Managua. But that went well. It's the new Chinese shuttles. It was comfortable, came out no problem. We sat in the back row, plenty of wind, no issues at all. Very warm in Leon. Got to Managua, just did the quick switch into the bus coming out to Masaya. We took the Masaya Express, which I've never done before. I've done the one that goes through Masaya to Granada. The Express takes you right to the terminal near the Parque de las Madres in Masaya. That was very easy. Got off there, had Josie Mar's driver come pick us up there and bring us up to the house here. It's probably 15-20 minutes from the terminal up to the top of the volcanic ridge where we are. And so we got in. It really took all day. We left at like 10:30, and by the time we got out here, it was like 4 o'clock or something. But Josie Mar wasn't around. He was out doing some Semana Santa activities, so we just got to hang out at the house for the evening. He ordered in. There's Indian takeaway. Now I found out it's not a restaurant like you can go to. It's just a kitchen, like a ghost kitchen. So you just order takeaway and they deliver. So we got Indian takeaway brought up here. It's the first time either of the girls has ever had Indian, and the first time I've ever had Indian in Nicaragua from an Indian restaurant. There's one time there was like one Indian meal at a little place in Managua. That was different. And so we had dinner here and really just hung out on Saturday. We were tired because we had been traveling all day, and you know, 2 buses. It's a little over 3 hours in the buses, plus almost an hour of taxi rides in the heat with all of our bags and everything, and just it's a lot of running around, and so it is exhausting. So we were happy to get out here and just be able to relax with the cooler weather, and we were here early enough to be able to see the lake, which you can see behind me. I gotta make sure my screen can show it. So we're a little bit high above it, and the GoPro is always really wide angle. There's always cars coming by. But that's the lake right there, and you can see the volcanic ridge. Catarina is just over there, like the zip lines and the mirador and all that. And the house is here behind me, and Josie Mar's car. You might see Eva rocking in the rocking chair back there. And so it's such a nice view. We got out here, and it's the first time they've ever seen the lake. And then the sun went down. You get the twinkling lights out here, which is really beautiful. And it's so serene. Now, because of Semana Santa, the amount of traffic was just crazy. So it was just constant cars on this road, not like here where it's just one or two from time to time. This is like a non-stop line of cars. So that was a little bit busy, but we got settled into the house. He had some beer waiting for us. Ava and I went walking around and found a place selling a couple more drinks, but it was hardly anything. Semana Santa really wipes everyone out. So the whole day was just an exhausting travel day. All right, chicken. What do you think? So how do you like living in Laguna de Apoyo? Our viewers would like to know. I've been asked to interview you, and you came by right as that question was asked, so it seems perfect. And I know you're upset because Marilyn stole your hammock. And, oh. So this is a phone. Woo! Okay. Okay. I'm a little bit excited there. This is a phone. You're a chicken. So you don't need to use the phone. I'll just hold it for you. Yep. Whoa. Okay. Are you seeing your reflection in it? What? Why are you upset with the... Okay, now he's chasing me. Ah! He's chasing me! Ah! Run away from the chicken! Okay, I was trying to play. Sometimes he does chase you. This is a very funny chicken. Alright, this chicken is living his best life here. Food on the balcony, on the patio, but he lost his hammock. What do you have to say about taking his hammock? So, as a consolation for not getting the hammock, the chicken uses the rocking chairs. The other night, slept all night in that one, now in this one. And we were able to get to bed on the early side, with Josimar not arriving until the next day. So we actually just us came out here and crashed and had a nice dinner, and that was our first day. So that was getting here. So that's not very interesting. There's not really much to show, just us riding on the bus. But our second day, we were heading down to Laguna de Apoyo to actually go down to the beach, because they've never been there. And one of the two things that Ava had on her must-do list while we're here is kayaking. So, of course, there are kayaks at the Hostel Paradiso, which I always try to go to when I'm here. It's a great place. I've had really good luck there over the years, and they've expanded a lot. They do a great job. They have good food, great location. They have kayaking and all kinds of stuff. It's a little bit pricey for all the things that they have, but it's because they have so much stuff and it's in such demand. The place is completely packed. Now, tons of gringos yesterday. Normally, it's pretty busy with not gringos. There's always some, right? Because it is a backpacker type place. And it is the place where we first met Camille. So if you've seen my episodes with Camille from Quebec, who has been on the show a number of times, 2021, and in 2023 extensively, that is the place where we first met her in the very first episode. From there, she appears somewhere in the background in 2021. So we just settled into Paradiso and got a table, ordered food, and hung out and had drinks. And then the girls went kayaking. So very relaxing day. Didn't have any big plans. Didn't want to do anything. We're not here to show the hotel. So we really just got some shots of them out on the lake enjoying themselves. And Jim from who has lived in a couple different places in Nicaragua. He's been here for about a year and a half, but we've never managed to get together in person. We've only done video calls before. He managed to come out because he lives just over the ridge right there, and so he came in on his motorcycle and hung out with us for a little bit as well. And then we pretty much called it a day there on the lake. Absolutely beautiful. Weather was great. Got just a tiny bit of rain. Loads of people, but not crowded to a point of not being enjoyable. And then we relaxed for a little while, and then in the evening decided that it was our opportunity to go to Granada and do like a nice dinner. So we took a taxi down to Granada, which is actually about 300 cords, so it's a little bit closer and cheaper than going from Leon out to the beaches in Leon. So that's how close. And for reference, Granada is straight over the other ridge on the far side of the lake. So basically all you do is drive around the lake to get to Granada. So we went down there, walked the calzada a little bit, and Ava was really in the mood for pasta. And we wanted kind of a fancy Granada experience and not the party, because it's Semana Santa. The calzada is always a bit of a party, but it was more of a party than usual. So we ducked into the Hotel Ruben Dario, and they had a excellent pasta dinner. I was really impressed, and that was really cool. So we had a wonderful dinner there. It was quiet. You could hear the street, of course, but very like upscale dining. Highly recommended. It's not a huge menu, and it is a bit more pricey than a lot of places. But if you're looking for a very chill, very upscale Nicaraguan dining experience in the middle of the calzada in Granada, which is an amazing thing to do, the Hotel Ruben Dario was good. Like the look and feel of the place was excellent. The service was excellent. The food was excellent. Extremely happy with it, and certainly good value for the price. And oh, what was that? And so yeah, so that's it's the first time that I've ever eaten there. It's the first time I've ever been into the Ruben Dario. But definitely a place I'll go back to. I mean, I just got the fettuccine Alfredo, and it was fantastic. Like, perfectly cooked, amazing sauce. Everything was just, presentation was great. Things that are often hard to get here in Nicaragua, so that was a nice change. So I'm going to show a little bit. I did get a request for some of the aquariums here. Josimar has a house full of aquariums, so I'm going to get a little bit of that for you guys before we go into our next day. Josimar has a very extensive collection of aquariums. I was mentioning it on some of the shorts that I had, and people asked me to show all these different ones. So he's got some of these, like, he has a lot of really passive ones. He has a lot of plants that are providing oxygen into the water, and some of these have little tiny fish. He's got all kinds of different things. It's very interesting. I'm not an aquarium guy. I haven't had an aquarium since I was 8 years old, but he has more than anyone I've ever seen, and does some really interesting things with them, and is really into the plant life. And he's got a lot of snails in this one, a lot of different things going on. So it is very interesting. And they're both outside. So these live outside all the time. And then he's got them inside the house as well. So a bit of interest there. On our second day, we actually were pretty tired. Like the time to get out there in the bus was exhausting, and then going out to the lake and being in the sun and the girls kayaking, it really wore them out, which is a very brave thing to do, to go kayaking in an extremely deep, very cold volcanic lake. Because lakes are, while they're a lot more calm than the ocean, it's a lot easier to sink in them because there isn't the salt water to make you buoyant. And a very deep volcanic lake is more dangerous than a shallow lake, and it's very cold. So the combination is a lot, considering neither of the girls can swim. So on the second full day, we decided we were just going into Masaya. So Josimar drove us in. There we are in the car. The girls are a little bit bored. Going into the city of Masaya, there's Josimar. You remember him from the episode where we drove to the Honduran border together and did an interview. We'll get him back on the show talking at some point in the future. So we went. This is driving along the crater ridge, which is super interesting. So we went into Masaya, went to El Arabe, which is a well-known, relatively new Arabic restaurant, because the girls have never had Middle Eastern food before, so they wanted to try that out. And Josimar and I love Mediterranean, so we wanted to get a chance to get some. So this is probably the best known restaurant in Masaya outside of Masaya. It's a pretty beautiful setting. It's a nice old house. So we had a nice lunch there. I do have to mention their desserts were particularly spectacular. So don't bypass that. We were walking out and saw chocolate mousse, and we're like, oh yeah, we gotta try this. And it was really good. And this is it. This is like our entire second day. Just this trip to Masaya, and a lot of hanging out at the house. We watched a movie at night and relaxed. And we only really had 2 full days. Tomorrow's a partial day. But this is the thing that the girls really wanted to do. Other than kayaking, it was zip lining, or as they call it here in Nicaragua, just canopy, which is very confusing. They've taken the American term of taking a zip line through a canopy and took the wrong part of it as the word that they use, and so it makes no sense. But you have to understand, when you see canopy in Nicaragua, they mean zip lining. So this is Laguna de Apoyo from the Mirador at Catarina. It is absolutely spectacularly beautiful. You have to visit this if you're in the area. The volcano you see off to the right, that is the volcano at Granada. You can't really see it in this shot, but Granada lies beyond the ridge. You can see it if you're standing there, and Lago Nicaragua, or Lago Bolsa, is beyond that, all visible from the Mirador. Absolutely gorgeous, one of the best things. So we went out here to do the zip lining or canopy. and started with just hanging out at the Mirador, of course, and then getting a relatively quick breakfast because we hadn't had a chance to eat yet. So it's always worth spending a little bit of time. There's a bit to do. There's shopping. There's a number of restaurants, like 8 restaurants, probably. Everything you see here is a restaurant. There's a lot of souvenir shopping. This is a major tourist destination, both for Nicaraguans and for expats, for tourists, like tourists. So you definitely want to check it out, and you probably want to give it 2-3 hours minimum. The zip line, the girl said, was fantastic. Other people said it was fantastic. This is the restaurant that we chose, Sunrise, I believe it was called. Food was pretty good. And you've got horseback riding, which we kind of wanted to do but didn't really have time for because we did have to work our way back to Leon on this particular day. There's breakfast. And there's a bit of trails to walk around the volcanic ridge, which is absolutely worth it. Like it's a beautiful walking trail. It's pretty flat, so it's easy to walk. You've got a couple different trails you can see there. If you're at the Mirador and you're looking out at the lake, you turn left and head down this path. So that's the Mirador on our left up above us. You can see it there, and the lake is off to the right. And here the girls are walking down towards the canopy tour. We'll go past the horseback riding that they have there. And of course, there's people selling you stuff. So someone will come up and try to get you to do the zip line. Someone will come up and try to get you to ride a horse as you are up there. So very easy to find, signs for everything. And you can definitely pass some time. If I was doing this with unlimited time and really wanted to make this a thing, I would probably come up either early in the morning and plan on doing breakfast and lunch up there. Do breakfast first thing, then do shopping, walking around, do all the little things you want to do, take lots of pictures, and then do lunch before you leave. And I think that would work out really well in general. Here's the horses. That's a unicorn horse you can ride. And of course, it's not hard riding. It's a very Marilyn wanted to ride the horses. A very calm area to ride horses in, so a lot of fun for kids. I've seen a lot of kids do it. And it's a little bit of a walk here, but it's really not bad. You can see the path is very nice. It's pavered much like it was a real road. So they've done a really nice job up here. It's excellent and very safe and easy to go do. And you come along, and this is actually the zip lining is off to the right there up the hill. So we're going to head up there. And it was not expensive at all. I want to say it was like, I'm actually unclear. I think it was $8 to do it. Whatever it was very affordable, completely worth it. A little bit of stairs you got to climb because it is a zip line. You got to get up high. You can see the metal stairs going way up. Eva's getting her helmet on, getting all ready. They have a lot of safety precautions, dual cables. It's very safe, and a guide goes with you. So if you're a little bit nervous that you're gonna be like on your own or anything, it's not like that. And they do this constantly. We've been to some zip lines in the country where like only 1 or 2 people do it all day. You never see anybody do it. Here it's just as fast as people can go down the line. Pretty much it's continuous because it's very popular even on this not very touristy day. And they take pictures. We were really impressed. The guide there, you're going to see him take out his camera there in a second. They take photos of you as you do things. They take videos of you as you do things. And so it's quite nice that they actually, at the end, you just give them your phone and they do like an airdrop or whatever with Android and transfer over all these videos and photos that they take while you're doing it. So you get all these memories. You don't have to take a camera and do everything. So that was really cool. Unfortunately, they don't take a camera during the zip line, and we hadn't done this before. And there the girls are up on the platform. We're going to see them go from a couple different angles. You can see how high it is, and you'll get to see them go. Now, the sisters went together. You could do it solo. A lot of people do, but they wanted to be attached together, so they're going to go as a single trip. And they just love this. They had so much fun. It's the first time either of them has ziplined, and there they go. This one moves a little bit on the fast side. I've seen many that are slow. This one's pretty fast. So with this, it's just a lot of people are going, and you go, it actually takes like 15-20 minutes. But what I wanted to do was have the 360 cam, the X3 that I have, and do the zipline holding it. But we realized it moves pretty fast. There's a bit you have to do, and I don't have any way to attach it to myself, so I'd have to hold on to it at all times. We didn't have a lot of spare time, so I wasn't doing this separately, and I needed to film them because this is their trip for their memories. By the time you're seeing this video is going to go live. within an hour or two of Eva arriving at her new home in Australia. I'm recording this voiceover while she's over the South Pacific on her flight between Santiago, Chile and Sydney, Australia. This was her going away trip, her very last trip with her sister, their chance to hang out and see a little bit of their home country before she leaves it potentially forever. And so this is a really big deal that we're getting there. You can see him filming them. Again, they filmed a lot. I was really impressed by the footage that they got, and I used some of it in this video as well. But mostly this is my footage. But if you see me in the video, that's why. It's because he's filming me. They were very happy with this. It's actually 3 zip lines. The one you saw them go on, one we couldn't see that's far away, and then this one. So at some point, I plan on doing this with my kids and bringing the 360 cam with some way to harness it to me, and I'll take a risk with it as long as dropping it isn't the risk, and film the whole thing that way. And I think that we'll get some amazing footage from that, but got to be a little bit prepared for it. Can't just do it. That's them again from his camera, and we'll see me in a second standing off to the side. But they were very happy with this. Highly recommended. And other people that were there recommended it as well. They said they've done zip lines all over the world. And this was someone actually said this is their favorite that they'd ever done. And it looked really good. Like I said, I've been to other zip lines here in Nicaragua, and none of them are as polished and as long as this one. We were at Cascada La Luna recently since doing this video, and they have what looks like a very cool zip line there, but not nearly as long, not a big, this is clearly a company doing it with a lot of organization and very polished experience. And so we did that. Very happy success that the 2 big things that they wanted to do on this trip were accomplished. And this is us walking back to the Mirador to catch our taxi who's going to take us back. And we get to do some shopping while we're there. You can see they have a lot of horses. We're walking on an upper trail. That's where we walked by previously. More horses have shown up since we were there. So yes, Eva is moving to Australia to be with her husband who's been there. She's been waiting for a while to get a visa to be able to travel there. So this is a really big deal. Years of process. I think a total of like 4 years for the entire process. So this is a really, really big deal. And once it came through, it's like, okay, they got to go. And so it's very fast and rushed, which is unfortunate that they have to do it that way. But really big deal, and we're hoping that she is happy with her new life in Australia. So this is potentially our last time to really see her on the show. So they wanted to do a little souvenir shopping. She's taking some things to Australia, and we're going to wrap up there. So thank you so much for joining us. Like and subscribe. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Scott Alan Miller. Of course, get in the show notes. If you want to send in a video question, you need to contact me for any reason, everything's down in the show notes. There's the beautiful lagoon. If you have ideas for shows, anything, get in the comments, leave comments, ask questions, do all that stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Laguna de Apoyo from Catarina, Nicaragua. I will see all of you tomorrow.